there, beauty ravers, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Raven, and this is where I like to rave about beauty. If you would ever so kindly hit that like and subscribe button to become part of my little family here on YouTube, it means so much to me. Now without further ado, let's jump on into the video. Hi guys, today we are playing with the Peachy Queen Cosmetics Sweet Dream Eyeshadow Palette. This is a Freddy Krueger inspired eyeshadow palette. Beautiful color story, and my favorite part about this entire palette is it's a holiday palette, and I'm not talking Halloween holiday. No, I'm talking Christmas palette. Can you see that? I'm sure you can, because it's reds and greens and glitzy goodness. I am here for this palette. I am so excited to do these looks with you. You are going to see both of these today. So if you would like to see how I achieve these looks, please stay tuned. But first, let's go over my accessories. I don't know why I get so excited about that. Today is not very exciting, but I do have a wig on, so a little bit different. This wig is just from Amazon. My beanie is just from Vans. My sweater is a Christmas sweater, and it is the band Slaves. I love the artwork on here. It's like got a rose on it, and it's got some snowflakes on it. Super cute. My chain was my brother's, but now it's mine, and I cherish this so it doesn't come off of me. Sometimes you see it off of me, but it doesn't stay off for long. My nails are from Kiss. This was the holiday collection last year. I doubt they're still available, but I'm sure they have a new collection this year. But with all that being said, let's get into some swatches of this palette, guys. So I low-key just got done swatching this entire palette, but then my camera wasn't recording. Let's hope it is this time, because I don't want to do this a third time. My arm is going to start to hurt. Let's do this over. The first shade we have here is Dream. Next we have Sleep. That's something I need. This is Nightmare. Afraid. Next we have Scream. This is Slash. This is Elm. This one is Killer. This is Steel Claws. I just swatched that right over the last shade. I'm so sorry. I was like, why did that turn green? Let me redo that really quickly. This is what I get for being blind, guys. I don't have my glasses on and I can't see a thing, and I'm just trying my best, and my best isn't always good enough, so. This is Steel Claws. Never Sleep Again. 1-2. And this is the palette. I actually did rank this palette pretty high up in my top 10 winter eyeshadow palettes video. If you're interested in seeing that video, I'll link it down below. But yeah, that's enough of me rambling. Let's get into this tutorial where I ramble even more. Yay! Okay guys, so if at any point in this video my unglued down wig shows, please ignore that. Let's jump into this palette now, and this palette does contain a mirror, so I'm just going to use the mirror that comes with it. So the first shade I want to take is Elm, and that is a matte green. I'm just going to pick that up on my Doe Color number 9 brush, and I'm just going to pop that into the upper crease, and I'm kind of just patting that down and lightly going to blend over it. Alright, when you have that looking the way that you like it, we're going to go in with our second shade, and for our second shade, I'm going to take Red Door, and I'm just going to apply that shade with my Beautē 420, and I'm just going to apply that to the outer portion of my crease. I'm curious to see how this works out, because sometimes red and green will muddy out, so I'm just using it because I want to see what it does. Because it could just create a darker red, or it could become brown, and we shall find out. That red actually covered that green pretty well. I'm actually pretty impressed. I took a leap of faith with putting this on the green, so I'm glad that it's going well. I honestly had no idea what I wanted to do with this palette when I opened it today. I was just like, I know I need to film with it, so let's create something, and here we are. I'm going to lightly blend that shade out with my Luxie 205 tapered blending brush. And again, just lightly because we don't want them to get muddy. Honestly, I will say it's getting a little bit muddy, but that's kind of to be expected when you mix a green and a red, just because of color theory. They just don't blend well together. But honestly, for this palette, I think it is kind of cute. I think it's becoming like a grungy tone rather than a bright green or a bright red. It's like a darker green and red. But if you wanted your colors to be brighter, again, just doing an all red look or an all green look is totally an option. Or you can totally put the green on the lower lash line to give it a pop of color. You know, there's lots of things you can do with a red and green palette besides what I'm doing. I just wanted to see. Now I'm going to cut my crease really quickly. And to cut my crease, I'm just going to use my NYX Glitter Primer. I like to apply it to the back of my hand and just take a concealer brush or a flat tip shader brush to apply it to my eye. And I'm going to use my LA Colors eyeshadow shader brush to do so today. And I like to go right above my natural crease when doing this. And applying the glitter primer just makes the shimmers pop a lot more, and I think I might use one of the pressed glitters in this palette today, just because they're there, and I always ignore the pressed glitters usually, and I feel like it's rude when they're in a palette. If I bought the palette and it has pressed glitters, I might as well use them. I actually didn't know this one had pressed glitters when I originally bought it, but there is too, so I guess I'm gonna use them. I'm going to use Killer, which is this shimmer green, and I'm going to apply that to the outer portion of my lid. And I'm just picking that up on my doe color number 5 brush. I think it's the shimmers that really called out to me on this one, because the really bright red, which I'm going to use here in a second, and this green were like everything I wanted in a Christmas palette. I also love the fact that this is a Freddy Krueger inspired eyeshadow palette, but it's not for Halloween. It's for Christmas. Like, I think that's the cutest idea, to incorporate horror with like all holidays and not just Halloween. Because being a spooky queen all year round, like I am, it makes me happy to see it incorporated more than just fall, you know? That is a beautiful, beautiful like emerald green. This might be one of my favorite greens I have in my collection, because this is just so stunning on the eyes, guys. Before I figure out how I'm going to incorporate these glitters, I want to take Scream, which is the shimmer red in this palette, and I want to apply that to the inner portion of my lid. And I'm just going to use that same brush. I'm just going to wipe it off really quickly using my BH Cosmetics Quick Changer. I'm so excited for you guys to see this red. Do you see this? Do you see this red? It's so pretty. This is like my first time filming a look on this camera, so I hope the quality is okay. I hope I don't have to redo this. I'm also blind, so I do have it hooked to my laptop and I can see it, but I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see it very well. So I hope I'm in focus. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I don't know. I hope the lighting's okay. Again, this is my first time really filming with this camera, and I'm learning, guys. So please bear with me. I'm trying my best. So I think what I'm going to do next is actually apply glitter to the center of my lid. I'm going to add a little bit more NYX Glitter Primer. And now I'm going to try and attempt to apply some of the glitter with that same doe color number 5 brush. I'm going to go in with the red one called Never Sleep Again. Hopefully this will pick up on a brush. It is not picking up on a brush, so I guess I'm going to use my finger and just tap it on. I will say that is beautiful. I wish they could make that red, like how vibrant this red is, in an actual shimmer. I would much prefer that. But I do love how that looks. I just wish it wasn't a glitter, because it gets everywhere, guys. Like, it's not worth it to me. Also, it's hard to be precise with glitter. I'm not a huge fan of glitter, but I will say it looks very, very pretty. Okay guys, there's totally glitter on my face, and I'm sure you can see it. And if not, hooray! But if so, ignore it. We're going to go in with the lower lash line now. And for the lower lash line, I'm going to use the shade Slash. And I'm just going to take that shade on my eyeshadow shader brush. I have no idea where this brush is from, and I apologize for that. I'm going to smoke it out a little bit, but not too much. This is such a pretty red. And to blend that out, I'm going to use my Luxie 209 shader brush. Alright guys, we're almost done. Let's do an inner corner highlight. I want to go in with Steel Claws. And I'm just going to pick that up on my dough color number 13 brush. And I am going to wet this brush before I do so with my setting spray. Ooh, who are you? What it do, Scooby-Doo? Look at that. I really like that. I think it's very bright and cheerful. Really good for this look. I think it needed something bright and cheerful. After that glitter. No, I'm kidding. The glitter looks really nice. I just don't like glitter. That is on me. I'm biased. So, should I do a different look on the other eye? I feel like we should. Should we? Yeah, I think I'm going to do another look on the other eye. Hopefully my camera can hold all of this. It probably can't. Alright guys, so now we're going to do the other eye. I went ahead and added some concealer because my face was feeling really red and I wasn't loving how it was looking on camera. So I decided to cover that up with some of my Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue concealer. Love this stuff. It is literally magic for the skin. I love it. Anyway, so now let's do the other eye. And I think for the other eye, I'm going to do a red look, but with some pops of green. So I'll show you what I mean by that when we get into it. So I'm going to start off by putting Red Door in my crease. And I'm just going to pick that up on my Profusion Big Fluffy Blending Brush. And I'm just taking that in my upper crease. Now I'm going to go in with Slash again, which is this burgundy color that we used for the lower lash line on this look. And I'm just going to apply that shadow with my Moda 402 smudger brush. Just putting that in my outer V. And this is just going to help deepen up the look a bit. I really love this color. Like, this might be my favorite matte in the palette. I thought the bright red and the green would be, but this is actually really pretty. Now I'm going to blend that shadow out with that same Profusion Fluffy Blending Brush. Just lightly blending the edges and whatnot. Alright, I like how that is looking. So now I'm going to cut my crease with that same NYX Glitter Primer. Alright, I wasn't too precise with that because I am going to add glitter and we all know that's not going to be precise. So I wasn't too worried about it. Alright, so now I'm going to take 1, 2, which is the green glitter in this palette, and I'm going to apply that to the lid. But I'm going to be honest, applying things with my finger is not my specialty. I watch people apply shimmers and glitter and everything with their finger, and I just don't understand it because I must have fat fingers. I don't know, maybe my fingers are too chubby. I'm not sure, but I am not as precise as other people can be with their fingers. So I am going to take a brush now and add some of Killer to the places I couldn't reach with the glitter. Because the glitter won't pick up on the brush, but the shimmer will, and we can just make it work. And the brush that I'm going to use for that is the same Dough Color number 5 brush we used for the other shimmers today. Lots of glitter fallout, but we're going to try and make that work as well, guys. Also going to take this green in the outer portion of my lid as well. I'm going to try and get that glitter fallout to not be on my face, but we'll see. I mean, it's a cute look. I'm not mad at the palette. I'm mad at myself for thinking I could play with pressed glitters and not have any technical difficulties. That was on me. Fun fact, the glitter's not going anywhere, so we're just gonna have to live with that. Yeah, I know. So now I'm gonna do the lower lash line and just pretend that the glitter is not on the lower lash line because, oh boy, it is. Oh, it is. I'm going to take Elm, which is the matte green in the palette, and I'm going to apply that to the outer portion of the lower lash line. And for the inner portion of the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with Dream. Okay? Okay. Glad we can agree on that. Did we agree on that? I'm not sure. But I made the executive decision to agree for both of us. We'll see how it goes. Some people don't like putting shimmers on their lower lash line, but I don't mind. So basically what I'm trying to do on this eye is show you how you can create a red and green look without blending red and green matte shadows together like I did on this eye. I don't really mind how this looks, but if you want them to be bright and still be red and green and not turn into like more of a darker red, then this is probably the way you want to go. You can also flip-flop this and use the matte green in the crease and do the red on the lid and the red on the lower lash line, or whatever you want to do, you know? So I just wanted to give you guys some more options because I noticed when I was doing this eye, some people might think that's too muddy for them. Personally, I didn't really mind because it turned into like this burgundy color, but if you're not looking for that, if you want it more true red and true green, then I tried to do it that way on this eye. I'm going to show you the difference of when you use two mattes that aren't technically color friendly. They're not supposed to get along, but we can make them get along. I think they're having a fine play date right now, to be honest, but you know, some people might not like that, and that is fine because makeup is for everyone. It is a creative outlet that you can choose to do with however you want. Alright, we do have some fallout with both of those shades when applied to the lower lash line, but I'm not surprised, so I'm going to try and sweep them away. We'll see if that's an available option. Or do we have to pay for express shipping? I hate when they have to do that. It looks like most of that swept away. The glitter is still there though, so, you know, that's apparently never going to leave my face. Probably not, you know? Okay guys, so for the inner corner highlight, I'm going to be a little bit daring, and I'm going to go in with Scream, the shimmer red that we used on the other eye, because I think that might tie this look together, or it might make me look sick. We are going to find out together. How exciting. I am going to use that same dough color number 13 brush to do so, and I am also going to wet it with my setting spray once again. Ooh, is she cute? Okay. I can maybe get behind this. Okay, I kind of dig that. It's definitely different, and I'll be honest, I do prefer my gold on this side, but the red kind of looks cute for like Christmas. This is such a Christmas palette. I know it's supposed to be a Christmas palette, guys, but look at the Christmas looks we created. I'm kind of in love. I'm kind of living for it right now. So now I'm going to do my brows. I'm going to do my base, liner, lashes, all the good stuff that we have to get done before I can come back and chit chat, because we do have some strong opinions to unleash. And we're back, guys. I decided to pair this look with my Black Moon Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade Slime. I thought it was fitting. I will link everything I'm wearing down below, but I did add a green highlighter to this side, and I added a red highlighter to this side. Thought it'd be festive, added some little gemstones, and yeah, I did everything else I needed to do. And so this is our finished 2 looks. I hope you enjoyed them. Let's get a little bit of a close-up here. Let me know which one you like more down below. Do you like the one with the red glitter, or do you like the one with the green glitter? Let me know. Now let's chat about my thoughts and opinions on this palette. I'm going to be honest, I do like it quite a bit. I really enjoy Peachy Queen's formula overall. I have, I think, like 4 or 5 of their palettes at this point, and I really do love them. And they have deals going on quite frequently. This one I did pick up at full price though, because as soon as it dropped, I just had to have it. Something about the theming just really got to me. I also own the Wicked Sisters Cosmetics one, and I love that palette so much. I do have a look with that on my channel as well, so I will link that down below. The The Nightmare on Elm Street movies are some of my favorite horror movies. Actually, they're some of my favorite movies in general. And so when they came out with their Freddy Krueger inspired palette, I had to pick it up as well. I do think that the two are different enough to have both in your collection. I think the color stories are quite different. Let me know, would you guys like to see me do a comparison of the two palettes? I could do that because I think that might be fun. Like do one eye with this palette and do one eye with the Wicked Sisters Cosmetics palette. Let me know if you're interested. I will totally do that. But we're talking about this palette for now, and this palette is beautiful. I love the greens and the reds in this palette. I think it is a perfect Christmas palette, and that's what it's geared towards. I think the concept of releasing a horror-themed palette for Christmas is a genius idea. I think that's so cute and neat and creative. I will say I'm not a huge fan of pressed glitters, but that's nothing against the palette. It's just my personal preference. And I think these two looks using the glitter actually came out pretty cute, so I'm not mad about it. I do really enjoy this palette, and I'm glad I picked it up. So yeah, those are my thoughts and opinions. I'd love to hear yours. Did you like these looks? Do you like the color story? Let me know about that because I think this is a very interesting color story. I honestly don't think I have anything like this in my collection. And that is it, guys. I hope we had fun today. I hope you have a wonderful day and stay beautiful. Mwah!